Deshaun Watson. He had 28 total touchdowns, 9 more than the Broncos offense all season. But it's already 7-zip Denver, and Watson looking for Kiki Cootie. Gets it knocked loose. Denver picks it up, and then they pitch it to Kareem Jackson, who used to play 9 years for the Texans. Let him run, Deion.
Yeah, he knows what to do with it. He knows how to get home.
Yeah, 70 yards on that touchdown.
And he hot-stepped it. And he hot-stepped it at the end.
I love it. Oh, yeah, that guy did not like it as much. Drew Lock in his second start. Kid's playing pretty well. He finds the first-rounder Noah Fant for the touchdown.
That kid knows what to do with this ball, man. He's taking what they give him. That's what young quarterbacks should do. Take what they give you, man.
Actually got the Denver offense rolling for the first time, over 25 points in the last 22 games. On to the fourth, and Deshaun Watson. I know his team is down 4 touchdowns, but my man's taken a ton of hits his first 3 years in pros. Deion, do you want to see him try and make a play like this?
Woo. Yep. Because
Really?
he doesn't care what the score is. Because he's a dog. You know, that kind of stuff is just inside of him.
Yeah, he is a dog, but he's just got to be careful about that. Lately, he gets tipped around, and then Jackson with the INT. Man, oh man, what the heck happened to the Texans? Blown out at home. And with that, it is time right now for the road to the playoffs, presented by Mercedes-Benz. So 1 week ago, we were giving them praise. They just beat the Super Bowl champs down in Houston. Next week, they got a big game against Tennessee. What? Really? You're going to point the finger at me on this one?
Because I told you, the week prior to that, what happened in Baltimore? They got the brakes beat off of them. Then they beat the Super Bowl champions. I said, guys, this team is unpredictable. You don't, Jekyll and Hyde, you don't know who you're going to get week to week, and that bothers me, man. Because I know they have a couple real superstars on that team. J.J. Watt is out, so defensively they're not that fundamentally sound, but they can play. But when you lay an egg against Baltimore, you come and dominate New England, then you get the brakes beat off you by Denver, what am I to think? You're inconsistent and you're not ready for the lights.
Yeah, I understand a theme with you. You can be great or you could be bad because that's just who you are. You hate it when a different person shows up to work each week, don't you?
Don't tease me. Don't play with my emotions, man. I'm 52 years old. I ain't got time for games. Don't play with my emotions. And there's a few teams out there that's all they do is play with your emotions. And I don't like it.
Are you
One
really,
bit.
You really 52? You look good for 52.
I look good, though, don't I?
No, man.
Look good.
You're holding it together.
Look at that skin.
Yeah,
that's right.
Got the hair.
Yeah. I think it's hair. Look at that. It's
Yeah.
hair.
If we had your age and my age, we'd get to the Century Club, my man. You look better than me, even though you got 4 years on me. I'm depressed now. AFC playoff picture. Here you go. Texans still lead the AFC South, but keep in mind, next week they're at Tennessee. In fact, they play the Titans 2 of the last 3 games, so it's coming down to that. It's going to be a whole lot of fun in that division. We're going to be talking that up next week as well. Speaking of talking it up, it's time right now for us to go prime time. Presented by Geico.
All right, what's up, Deion, man? What's good?
You know what? Hey, you know when you see me what time it is. You know you wrong, man. Normally, when you play against the Patriots, there's a lot of double coverage with Julian Edelman. And you find yourself matched up, and you were able to make the play on the corner route.
I mean, it was a process of elimination. I was going to get 2 routes in that position, either the over route or the 7th. I took my chance to play the 7th.
See, that's what I love, man. That's preparation, that's study. I like that. That lets me know you're studying the game. A fumble return to the house, 70 yards, man, and you stepped on them at the end in the name of love. Come on, man.
Yeah. I feel like we had a great game plan in place. We came out and executed in all 3 phases.
What are you saying out there, especially when you're bringing it with 3 sacks, man? You got to open your mouth and say something.
The O-line on the other team, they always be trying to talk to me, tell me, like, what kind of move is that and all that. I've never seen stuff like that before. But you know, I just laugh when I go back to the huddle.
Collectively, you went out there and got it done.
Basically, just going out there and just playing ball and just trying to leave your legacy out there, you know what I mean?
7 receptions for $157, man. Hey, I expect that from your last name.
You got to represent. You already know.
I'd never known you to throw the football.
That's how I got to do it right there, baby.
That darn Kittles, man. I love Mr. Kittles, man.
He a baller. Before every game, he walk up to me and he say, "Let's be great today." Every game I play with this dude, he balls out.
Clinched the AFC West if things broke their way after a win. Tom Brady had won 21 straight at home, including the postseason. On to the second, and Brady picked by Bashaud Breeland. He just undercut him, Deion.
Yeah, he undercut him. That was a great play, a great interception, great film study, great read.
And how about your buddy Travis Kelce, the tight end on the Wildcat?
Let me tell you something, man. Arguably, this guy is the best in the league. There's not a lot of people arguing about that. But he is sensational.
Foxborough fans booing. How quickly we forget. Third quarter, Mahomes had been kind of dealing with a banged-up hand all day after he fell on it early. But he said, I'm giving a thumbs up. And here he gives it to Kelce, who's going the wrong way, gets taken down, balls on the turf. Patriots pick it up, but the refs blew the play dead. So Bill Belichick's like, I got to challenge that. Another look, ball gets punched out. It is indeed a fumble, but the Patriots are denied a defensive touchdown because the whistle blew, right? So they just had to settle for taking the ball over. And on the ensuing drive, they get it out to N'Keal Harry, who appears to get into the end zone, but the ref said he stepped out at the 3. Well, Belichick has no more challenges, so he can't challenge there, Deion.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to fix that rule in the offseason.
Okay, so they had to settle for a field goal. Patriots are down 7. How about Tom Brady running for 17?
Brady. Do what you got to do because ain't nobody could get open. You might as well do it yourself at age 60.
4 plays later, a fired-up Bill Belichick dialing something up on 4th and 3. Brady looking for Julian Edelman. Knocked away by Breeland again. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, you guys are division champs. As for Brady and the boys who have dropped 3 of 5,
I may have certain experience doing things, but this particular team, as a whole, hasn't been, through different situations. So just try to work through them over the course of the whole season, and we have 3 big games to go, and we gotta get back to winning football.
Yeah, what he's saying that I've been through this journey. I know what it is to be a winner. You know that. I'm the best ever. Now these other dudes, some of these younger dudes, they hadn't been through the storm. And it's showing that they hadn't. They're inexperienced when it comes to games of this magnitude.
Okay.
That's what he's saying.
But with the 2019 Patriots, the past should not matter. What should matter right now is the present and the immediate future. And the immediate future, if I'm a New England fan, scares me offensively because for a month now they've been averaging 18 points a game. It feels like the only way we can score are on trick plays. That is not going to consistently get it done if they want to make it back to the Super Bowl. Deion, you know that.
Well, they're admitting right now in front of the whole country that the offense is lackluster. They don't have big players on the outside. They don't have nothing at the tight end that can warrant a double coverage or even win a one-on-one matchup. And you're getting Julian Edelman double coverage unless you have a trick play, and that's a problem. If the defense isn't provoking 2 turnovers and taking one to the house, this team has a problem scoring. And that's what it is. The running game is non-factor. Once upon a time, they ran at their leisure. Now they can't even do that. I mean, they're not gaining 100 yards on the ground. They're not consuming the clock. This team has a tremendous problem offensively, and they got to fix it.
Only took you the last, 5 weeks to build this case. So Deion has officially hopped off the Patriots train, is what I just heard. Correct?
No. I'm going to stay on the train because of Tom Brady. And Bill Belichick and Julian Edelman. I'm going to stay on the train and that defense because it's certain things. And who are they going to play early in the playoffs? I mean, all the teams that they could possibly play in the early rounds, they could beat them.
Okay, but they might play. They might play the team that just beat them today. They've only had 3 losses, and it's to Baltimore, it's to Kansas City, and it's to Houston. Yep. So it's to the other 3 division leaders as you look at the playoff picture. But I do want to ask you a quick question about Kansas City here. I asked you last week, do they feel like a complete team? Because the defense has been improved. Their last 3 games are good.
No, they're not complete.
What?
No, they're not complete.
Deion?
You know they're not complete defensively. They played against a lackluster offense right now.
But it's an offense they could face in January.
They're catching this team at the right time. You think I'm going to clap with my feet for the darn Kansas City Chiefs defense, and we know who they are. That wasn't a great performance. That was a horrific performance by the offense of the New England Patriots. You got to really discern this thing when you're watching football. Keep a pad and a pencil, fans, by your couch or something, and understand what's what. That wasn't a great defensive performance. That was a horrific offensive performance by the Patriots.
Can I just seal it with this one stat, please?
Go ahead, please.
The Buffalo Bills are the only other team than the Kansas City Chiefs to hold the Patriots to less than 280 total yards. Boom! How you feel on that?
Was it in the last couple, 2-3 weeks, right?
Oh, stop.
What about before that?
All right.
Okay.
No.
That's what I think.
Let's get to the game of the year. God, was this fun.
That's a real game.
Oh, this
real
was
game.
awesome. Second quarter, the Niners are down by 13 in New Orleans. Jimmy Garoppolo to Emmanuel Sanders, who pushes off Marcus Williams. That's a veteran move, Deion.
He didn't push him off. He was like, hey, this is my ball. You don't know where the ball is. Let me get to the house.
Oh, that is unbelievable. All right.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Saints would add another score, and now watch Emmanuel Sanders is taking the pitch back, and he's throwing it prime.
You know what I love? His maneuverability, and he got the ball off kind of on the run. I love that in Emmanuel. That was a great play he just made.
By the way, the last Niners receiver to throw a touchdown pass, Jerry Rice in 1995. Fourth quarter, Saints are down 9. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas, another 100-yard effort for him. Dude is just a stud. He had 11 for 134.
Nobody. Right now in the NFL, there's no answer for Michael Thomas.
All right, minute to go. Niners are up 5, but how about this? Draquan Smith slips a tackle for Fred Warner, one of the best tacklers in the game, scores the touchdown. They failed on the 2-point try. San Francisco still with 3 timeouts and under a minute to go. So this is Jimmy G time on 4th and 2. How awesome was this George Kittle play, Deion?
Let me tell you something. Kittle is the attitude. Jimmy G may have the bank and got paid. Sanders went over $160 today, but Kittle is the attitude of this team.
Yeah,
He's everything to
Marcus
this team.
Williams tried to go all Hannibal Lecter on him, too, and rip his face off or something. So the 15-yarder set up Robbie Gould for the game winner. Unbelievable finish. They combined for 94 points. The Niners, John Lynch, you can go hug Jimmy G. Who doesn't want to do that after that W? Niners lead the West. They're the 1 seed out there. Now, is this the sort of come-from-behind win that Jimmy Garoppolo needed on his resume for us to all say, come January, he can do this and put on his big boy pants?
Well, we needed this to see that he's capable of doing this. We need a couple more of these against these caliber of teams to say, you know what, man, I trust you. The only question mark with the San Francisco 49ers, certainly not their defense, although they were hot garbage today. Certainly not their offensive outpouring. They ran the ball. They can run the ball well. They got receivers galore, and they got one of the best tight ends in the game. But can the quarterback stand and deliver under pressure? Can he win the big one? Will he not be fazed by the enormity of the moment? Today, he proved that he isn't. And that was a big confidence booster for the fans, for his teammates, and for himself.
You know, it's funny because I think sometimes on a lot of these shows, we tend to look for the negative. For me, this was just an awesome football game. I don't care that both defenses, which has been pretty good, and in particular the Niners this year, that they both give up, points in the mid to high 40s. That sort of stuff doesn't bother me for a game. But for the Saints, and you've been on them all year, are you starting to see some cracks in the foundation at all?
No, not whatsoever, man. They played against our number 1 defense in the NFL, and let me tell you something, man. They put up some points. Drew Brees, what the knock was on him. I haven't beat a team with 10 wins since Moby Dick was a minnow. Hey, who has beat a team with 10 wins consistently as a quarterback? Nobody. That's why they got 10 wins at this point of the season. But this team right here, and they're hampered up like everyone else with injuries, but man, did they compete? I know they were home. Home is worth at least 7 points, but they competed their butts off. They played some good, solid football. This is one of the best football games I've seen in a long time. I love good football, and they gave me just that.
That was fantastic. All right, let's head up.